Wonder why I'm not getting my needle binding done. Because I'm pushing everything to the last minute. Not out of breath at all. You ready, Carl? I made reindeer. Let's see. Hey, Torben is here. I see others too. Look. I made reindeer. It looks like shit on a shingle, but it's good. I hope it's good. I followed the package because that's Norwegian. All right. I might be on a minute early. I don't know. I couldn't see the clock. So. Oh, it's exactly on time. Okay, yeah, well, I started from the kitchen. I made food, and I didn't burn it. The smoke alarm didn't go off.
Yeah, it's probably not cooked.
It's probably not cooked properly. But I don't know how long that has to sit there. So, this is my massive instructions. The back of the package. Torben says, hello from Bergen. They just made pizza in time for a Viking food marathon. Yeah, we have one more week left of Viking food, and then I think it's what? Pretty good until next December-ish for Viking food? Or, well, not Viking food, but Norwegian food. So, let me see. Let me catch up who's up here first. Was a little stressed on time. Charlotte says, hello from snowy Bergen. Ah, you're there with Torben, I bet. In my kitchen, decorating for Christmas. Oh, I should really do that. I had my kids put up Christmas lights last week, though. So that was good. Susan's here from Adirondacks in New York working on her 5th item. Oh my God, you know I haven't gotten anything done. I'm starting to see why, though, when I'm still... I will finish the thing, though. I will finish it. She says, only 2 more projects after this. I still have at least 300 grams to go. It's doable, but we have vacation after next week. Yeah, and then we can send from Vespi and settle. Yeah, maybe. But there won't be time for cooking then. So hopefully I will have time to finish. I have to finish that thing next week. Nell says they are minus 15 degrees. Feels like minus 22. I get that. Could be, could the summer get here quicker? We have snow. Like this much snow in Gudvangen. Maybe more.
Yeah. And that generally moderates the temperature a little bit. But
Yeah.
I think -7 is bad enough.
And we have -7, which is 7. We found out it was it's 19 degrees Fahrenheit. So it was cold, but the snow helped a little bit. There wasn't a bite to it. It's just that we were out there for, what, 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
Ish, yeah.
A little bit over 2 hours.
Yeah, so we were a little... Carl's still an icicle. Did you thaw out yet?
Yeah. I'm pleasantly warm now, but...
Notice what he's wearing. Let's bring this a little closer. If you look under all that hair, you can see... It's the needle binding scarf that I made with a plant-dyed yarn at the beginning of the quarantine. That was, yeah. But it has little fringes on it, the loopy fringes on there, and I had to have it hanging on the back because he needed to be warm around the neck, but he was afraid I might make him look like
Arts and crafts
an
teacher.
arts and crafts teacher, he said. So we can't have that. You can't be a Viking and look like an arts and crafts teacher. But you're wearing something else needle-bound. You have to show these. These are decorated. So he doesn't know right and left, but he does know sword hand and shield hand. So, but these ones were made so that you could... These are actually on Instagram. I have to post there. What the heck did you do to these things? They're made to go up high to keep his fingers warm. But, hello, frozen people, says Regina. Carl's starting to get color back. Oh, so they're there, and they go all the way down to like here on him. Cause did they work though?
Yeah, that worked.
You stayed warm. They're starting to get felted now, from you. So you can see how thick that is. So his fingers are warm and toasty. And I had issues making this sword, by the way, because it had to be very Viking correct. I couldn't make the wrong style sword. I think if I put like a saber on a Viking.
Yeah, no, but this is about the correct dimensions.
Yeah? It's about, yeah, and we had to even get the blade correct. And the shield, is a buckler. Yeah, even with the grain going the right way. So, well, part of you was warm, but your nose. And he has a hat. He got the blue hat from last year's stash busting. Why are we not wearing that hat to keep warm today, Carl?
Because it's in Selja waiting for us to get that.
You forgot it.
Yes.
It was with Malabrigo yarn too.
At the very least, I left a hat in Selja. I left your
You left my poncho.
poncho thing in my sister's car, so that went to the south of Norway.
It won't be very festive. Everybody's in south of Norway today, though. Torben's there and Charlotte is there. Prude is back. Hello. Garcia's here from freezing Holland. Not been Nalbinding all week. Too busy with work. I'm not the only slacker then. Yay! I haven't done a stitch. But I have... Well, after we have one more week and then we have vacation. So hopefully Maria won't mind if this thing gets put out on the Christmas calendar next week. Or in 2 weeks. Either the 3rd or 4th week of Advent, I don't know. But I have to finish it. I have to finish it so I can use the rest of my yarn. But I've been very good because this is the bonus yarn, the one that jumped in my stash. So I was originally planning on doing 596 grams, but now I have to do 696 grams. But I really want to use this, and I've been very good about not opening it until I finish that thing. That is, that's hard. Let's see, what else? Give him some gin, that'll warm him up, says Torben. Your father's a gin drinker. We walk in the house, or what is it? You got him gin for Christmas last year. Oh, we gotta get the blue bottle of gin, that's his favorite. How many other bottles of the blue gin were on the shelf?
No, he has the same relationship to alcohol as I have to books.
Yeah. He's
I
not alcoholic.
buy like 3 books for every time I read one. And he buys like 3 bottles of booze for every time he drinks one. So he just accumulates alcohol. He doesn't really drink
No, I don't think I've seen him drink it really, but... Oh, so you bought him a bottle of gin for Christmas, and then you show up and there's like 6 more bottles of the exact same gin in the cabinet. You won't be running out anytime soon. Meanwhile, I think you and I have to have an acquire a taste for gin. Maybe a gin and tonic or a gin and sour. Lindsay Langley, making kringle and cookie party at our Scandinavian shop this afternoon. Oh, how cool! Okay, I stole this from the grocery store. Well, actually I didn't. They're giving them away for free. It says a taste of Christmas. So we'll go through that and test Carl as to how much of these things are actually Norwegian. I saw it in there and I thought, okay, we have 1 more week of food. And then it's in Norwegian, so it has to be Norway.
Milk, yes.
No, but it's written in Norwegian, so it has to be Norwegian.
No, strictly speaking, everything you do in Norway is Norwegian, but...
So if you weren't here last week, I was trying to find some cheese, and I remember there's this big round cheese that, Edammer cheese that people get for, have at Christmas here. And I couldn't remember if it was Norwegian or not, so I looked at it really quick because I had no time, and it said, made with Norwegian milk. So I thought, sure, but then the Dutch people were very happy. They were probably screaming, it's Dutch! But so Carl thinks it's great. Now he's going to use this as an excuse every time. But it's made with Norwegian milk, so it must be Norwegian. Yeah. So there you go. It's written in Norwegian, so it must be Norwegian, all those recipes. Nell said we maybe have 30 to 40 centimeters of snow, of which most came on Tuesday. When did the snow come here?
Well, considering that you had to unpack your car before we drove down here, some of it came tonight.
Yeah, there was some tonight, but there was some when I got here too. I was surprised. Yeah. Yesterday I got here.
That had been there for, what, 2-3 days?
Maybe got hit by the same snow as Finland there. Tuesday.
It's been cold. The snow has been staying for longer than it usually does. But
Okay. This food is smelling good now, and it must have been sitting long enough. It should be good. Let's see. There was Torben is there, and Karin is there, I'm assuming too, and baby. How many teeth does baby have now? I'm going to guess. Do you want to guess? Do the baby teeth lottery? How many teeth does Torben's baby have now? I'm going to say 5. 42? Mm-hmm. That's the answer to everything in the universe. You just Douglas Adams his baby.
No, I said 32. I think that's the normal amount of teeth for a grown-up.
32? Does your baby have 42 teeth? I'm going with 5. Anybody else want to play the Torben baby's teeth amount lottery? You don't win anything. Stu Stian is here. Hello, and he's got reindeer on there. Yep, so we're having reindeer. That picture that I put on the front, I took that in September, I think. So there's more snow on the mountain now. And then that picture, but those are the reindeer, and it's, if you can actually see that they're reindeer and their antlers and all, but it's they are a lot closer than they look. But they look so far away in the photo. I actually screenshotted that from a video. They like the mittens, says Regina. He looks pretty toasty. Nell says, I think the pizza is better fresh off the oven than frozen. I agree. Peter says, Pruda says, we're ankle deep in snow already. Yep, we too. So that's in Moscow.
Yeah, I'm guessing she is colder than us.
I think so. Yeah, so is Nell anyway, minus 15. And Becker's here! Yay! Snow gives you an excuse to use all that Nalbinding. Got it. I have my wrist warmers too, but I put them in the other room. Oh, but I wore this hat today. Because we were on Amazon. This is made with the sheep. The one, the yarn I spun and made with finish 2+2. It's 2-ply. So it was really good for the first hour, and then I did this. Because I didn't sort the short and long hair fibers when spinning the wool. You should probably take the time to do that, because if I would have, then the shorter hairs wouldn't have caused me to itch so much. Here. But I like the hat. That's, what else am I missing here? Oh, Torben says he has 4 teeth. Charlotte was guessing 3.5. Torben's guessing you're not putting your fingers in that mouth to find out. Okay, so we're having reindeer. We're eating Rudolph. See if I can get this to go the right way. There it is. It looks like, okay, so Americans know what shit on a shingle is. And it looks like, kind of like that. It's like a white gravy. And then I have potatoes. Okay, you get to eat this, Carl. And see if it tastes like, you're a Norwegian. And then I can tell you what's in it. But this is what it looks like. It's called fin beef, which is, kind of translates to fine beef, but it's actually reindeer meat, and it's just in these little slices like that. No,
it's translated to Finnish or Sami.
Is it Nell? Is this Finnish beef?
Well, it's a Norwegian term for Sami people, Finn.
Yeah.
Because, well, there obviously is a difference between Finnish people and Sami people, but to Norwegians a couple of hundred years ago, that was basically no difference.
Yeah. Well, you have it with tyttebær lingonberry. I got the jar form of it. And look, it says hjemmelaget tyttebær, so we know this is homemade. Because it says homemade on the bottle. So that's got to be correct. And it's lingonberries. And then this is thyme. I didn't know thyme was Norwegian, though. Timian, or thyme.
Yeah, it isn't, so...
Well, anyway, it says... Oh, actually, no, it says dvargbjork. What the heck is that?
Dwarf birch tree.
And there's no way in hell it has kvistlov, which is a lichen in there. Oak moss lichen.
This is what the reindeer ate before. So it's
before we killed it? Yep. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. That's not what's the food in here. That's what the reindeer ate before we killed it. Oh, and this is the mushroom. I didn't use this mushroom, though. This is rødskrub. I used regular white mushrooms, whatever the hell they're called. Champignon. Okay, you have to eat it and tell me if it tastes like Norwegian. And we'll find out. And you have it with potatoes. Take a bite. People want to see Carl, you have to eat. People want to see, you're kind of skinny. But I didn't know. I grabbed 2 forks because that looks like a knife. I kind of screwed that up. Go ahead, eat. Do it. This is for YouTube, Carl. I got paper plates so we don't have to do dishes because we're doing fancy here. This was the other thing it has in there. There's a lot of enebar in Norwegian food. Enebar is juniper berries. And it looks like, why can't I open it? Juniper berries. But they're dried, of course. So you put that in a lot of stuff here. It's like kind of like a peppercorn taste. But in Norwegian, enebar. And then thyme, yeah. Here you have to have homemade tyttebær because it says it's homemade on the bottle. So I don't eat red food. Pretty much anything that's red I don't eat. This is a weird thing, I don't know, but I'm apparently I have, I don't want to say racist, but colorist, apparently. But this is the one berry I will eat if it's with the meat.
So your
Lingonberries.
your ancestors ate so many Native Americans that you can't eat red things
I
anymore.
can't eat red things anymore. I don't eat strawberries. Don't eat raspberries. Don't eat tomatoes. Don't eat... Oh yeah, and there's brown cheese in the sauce. But this time I didn't use the big Underdal cheese. I used this plain one. And it said 3 slices of cheese in there, so I bought pre-sliced cheese so I couldn't possibly screw it up. So this is the recipe on the back, so it's got to be Norwegian, right? There, wait. Oh, Lindsay Lange says juniper is also really good for making gin. Did I read that right?
Yep.
Ah!
Tastes very similar, so I wouldn't be surprised if there is some
Yeah.
juniper in gin.
So for this recipe, I'll show you after. 400 grams of, well, basically 1 package of, it's like finely sliced reindeer meat. Although when I was there, I found out, I never saw this in the store before, but you can also get moose. And it's called moose elgskav, but it's also thinly sliced. But that I have to try too. We'll have that tomorrow. So we need, if I can get this out of here without making too much annoying noise. Okay, so we have 400 grams of this reindeer meat, 2 tablespoons of butter for frying it in, 200 grams of fresh mushrooms. We decided not to measure the mushrooms. We threw 5 of them in there and called it good, because mushrooms are good.
I think it's much more than 200 grams, but...
Yeah, I think so too, but it's okay. I think it's good. 1 shallot lurk. This is a shallot lurk. What the heck kind of, what do you call that in English? This kind of onion. Is it shallots? Just in English too? Shallots?
That sounds like something you have to Google.
I think I have to Google anyway. Somebody knows, I'm sure. Okay, so one of these, 150 grams of bacon, 1 deciliter water, 3 deciliters of sötterrömme. That's sour cream, but it's not the diet kind.
Sour cow cream.
Sour cow cream. 1 deciliter of milk, 3 slices of brown cheese. Gives it kind of a caramel flavor. Half a teaspoon of dried thyme and 4 juniper berries crushed. So then this comes frozen, by the way, and you're not supposed to thaw it completely. You just let it sit out on the counter for a couple minutes, and you basically fry it while it's frozen. So you half thawed anyway. So you brown the meat and the mushroom and the onion and the bacon quickly on a hot heat in the pan with the butter. And then put it over in one of those things, pan. And then you add a deciliter of water and let it sit for about 10 minutes. Kind of small cooking. What are you, simmering? Simmering. It says small cooker, which is simmer, I think. Then you add the sour cream, or the sour cow cream, the milk, the brown goat cheese, the crushed juniper, and the thyme, and let it sit there for 5 minutes, simmering. And then you add salt and pepper if you need, which I forgot to do. And then you serve it with mashed potatoes or cooked potatoes. So there is the recipe. You can go back and learn Norwegian with that later. So did I make this right? All you people who know how to do this now. We'll see if Carl's surviving up there, if I can do this. There. Are you surviving, Carl?
Yeah, it's good.
Look, Carl's eating. It's true.
It's very mild.
Is it, well, yeah, that's because it's got the sour cow cream in there. You have to add the... Did you put this in there?
Nope.
You idiot. You have to put red shit in there. Or you're going to be like me. Don't eat anything red. Cherries? I don't even like cherries. No, I'll try. It's good, though. But this, I've had this before, though. This is really good. That's good! Oh, my God. I didn't even... Maybe the smoke alarm isn't supposed to go off.
It's not exactly diet food, I think. It's
Oh, who
high
cares?
fat.
It's a pandemic. I'm not supposed to lose. No, the pandemic is... Well, we should probably mention a little bit about that, too. But first... I have to turn it this way so I can see it a bit. The dog has 42 teeth, by the way. Torben's checked. There's definitely 4 teeth in the baby, and he needs a Band-Aid over there. Styre Stian says Finnmark is why it's Finn beef. Okay. Nell writes, the reindeer fry is very common in Finland. I would assume it was traditional amongst the Sami people. I think so too, as it is the easiest dish to make of frozen chunk of meat. Yeah, it is actually, because you just take little wedges off of it. But that picture that I took, that's on the front of YouTube, that's like 200 reindeer that were crossing the road and on both sides of the highway up on Hemsedal Mountain. It was so cool. I noticed why I've never seen him before, because I always drive at night, which now I get nervous driving up there at night, because every time I leave in the morning, I see this big flock of reindeer going past there, and I can... so they must be up there at night too. They're in my headlights. I'm probably gonna freak out now. But they're so cool. In reindeer herding areas, the dish can be made with elk or moose or deer as well. And that's, well, now we know what to do with this. What does it say to do on the back of the package? Yeah, it says pretty much the same thing. Taste it with, season it with sour cream, juniper, salt, and pepper. So there you go. Same thing on moose meat. We're having this next week too. Sirius Dale says, reindeer are the only deer species to have hair completely covering their nose. I did not know that. Their specialized nose helps to warm incoming cold air before it enters the lungs, and is also an excellent sniffer. I like that. I did not know that though. But yeah, they well, it's cold up there. I mean, it's been snowing up there for a month now in the mountains, and that's not even a tall mountain. The Arlandsfjell is much taller. Let's see. Torben writes, the spider has 2, and the snake's got a whole bunch. Sierra says, their good sense of smell helps the reindeer find food hidden under the snow. Shallot, I was right. Thank you, Lindsay. And Peruta agrees, and Torben agrees. Everybody knew that those were shallots except for me. Shallot. No, I couldn't remember what we called them, if we called it shallot onion or just that. See, Steeren says, in the winter they eat lichen, also called reindeer moss. And that was on the picture of the package I have. This looks a lot like oak moss, which is a lichen that you can ferment. I think you spend about 3 months fermenting it in ammonia. And then you can dye with it. You can dye. I think it comes out kind of a reddish color, but not red, but maybe, I don't know. I actually did spend, it was right before the pandemic started, I started fermenting it. You put it in a jar with this much ammonia and this much water and leave a little space at the top. And it just sits there and soaks in there, and it kind of looks the same color as the one on the package there in the beginning, and then the next day it starts going red. And every day and every morning and night you have to open the jar, let the air out, pass out from the fumes, put the jar back on, shake it up, do it again in the evening, and you're supposed to do. So we had this little log where we did this every day, and unfortunately that went into the pandemic as well. Because and then in the log notes we started keeping log notes because I wasn't here on the weekdays, so we had to write down when we were doing it. And Virginia starts adding little notes. This really stinks. Oh my God, why am I doing this? And I still have to dye yarn with it, so I haven't tried that yet. It's been a year and a half. It's almost 2 years now. I should probably do that. Torben wrote, ferment for 3 months and then you can dye, D-I-E, with it. It's true. I wouldn't eat that. Nell says the climate change is affecting the reindeer as the tundra freezes before the snow falls, and the reindeer can't get the lichen from under the ice. Oh. She also says, theirs doesn't have a milky sauce. It's usually just served with the frying juices and lingonberries. That's kind of what the moose meat said on it. Cool, so I learned a little bit more about reindeer.
We are using sour cream as a replacement for reindeer blood.
Sour cow cream, yes. Frozen reindeer blood. But do you want to tell them we've had some corona updates? No corona in Gudvangen. Still, I don't know how the hell we managed.
We are not licking our guests.
We're not licking our guests, no. But the numbers have first doubled and then tripled and now quadrupled.
Yeah.
We have 4,000 cases almost daily now in Norway.
Yes.
And it is now mandatory to be wearing masks again. in where you can't keep a meter's distance. So grocery stores, shopping, gas stations, everything. That started today. Home office is in effect for Oslo. I don't think it's required, but they're encouraging it at this point. Schools are still going fine. But the Christmas parties are for the kids only, no parents. I think they're going to try to do some sort of thing on Zoom or something for parents to watch whatever Christmas production they have. So why is everybody licking everybody, Carl?
It's the season.
But we are like 90% vaccinated now, aren't we? In Norway?
Yeah.
I was talking to my mom last week, and she said in Duluth all the hospitals were full. We have 4 hospitals in Duluth, so that's kind of surprising. But wow. What are your thoughts? I put you on the spot.
No, it's... We'll just have to basically follow the recommendations and try not to lick the tourists.
No.
That's...
So how's the corona going? And we're still not quarantined though. So how is it going in your end of the world? That I'm kind of curious about. Since we started this whole thing with the quarantine. Oh yeah, but as far as Nell was talking about the climate change, they were also calling it we're getting a Siberian winter now. What the hell was that on VG? I have to read it. It was it said something about it was really interesting wording anyway, but like we're getting a let's see, it's probably not on there anymore. But we're getting some sort of a winter blast right now, or a cold blast. Where the heck do I get this thing? Great. Of course, it's not on the cover anymore, but it was something about a...
It's probably just a weather phenomenon, like the beast from the east and the polar vortex and the other ones.
Yeah, maybe that was to make a polar vortex, but we're blaming Siberia, apparently. Okay, no, I can't find it. It's no longer new news anymore. Okay, so this one... I have to go through these, and you have to tell me if these are typical Norwegian for you. It's a free Christmas recipe thing from Joker. First, I'll see if anybody knew what there was. Answer to the questions. Face mask, distance, and no fun, says Torben. Torben, how'd that baby of yours get made anyway? I believe that's conceived it since February 2020. This relationship started in a corona pandemic, so...
Yeah,
and we're hitting 1 year now, tomorrow.
I think you can make a baby without licking anybody.
Is that true? Is that how your baby got made? No licking? Lindsay says, yeah, the corona has these 2-month cycles. Unclear if biological or social causes, plus holiday and Omicron. Omicron, I think, is what's getting blamed here. There was a Christmas party, an office party, held at some pub, and I think apparently a couple people came from South Africa, and now 60 people have it from that one party. I think it's up to 80, but because it's not just the people, I think 60 people that work there and like 20 additional. So it's from other guests that didn't work there. So that was a little embarrassing moment for Norway. Let's see. Trying to read the flights to South Africa, got canceled, and she's not flying back to her family for Christmas. Yeah, I think I don't know about the here, but I know U.S. canceled it. Flights from South Africa. I know I'm not going to the United States this winter.
I'm not sure if the travel restrictions have much effect at this point. Because the genie is already out of the bottle.
Yeah.
It's not like if you get the South African Omicron virus, it's going to be worse than the one you're getting in Oslo these days.
No, I think you're right. I had something very profound to read this moment. My mom is coming on April 24th with a cruise ship. But she has to fly over to Europe to take a cruise because still no transatlantic, but they'll only be in Oslo for a day. So, and they might not be letting him take things off the boat. So she made me a shawl, in order to get it off the boat with her, she's going to have to wear it. I thought that was nice. Garcia says, female reindeer don't lose their antlers, as the males do. So Santa Claus's reindeer are actually female. I didn't know the female reindeer got antlers. I didn't know that.
Oh, no,
I'm learning a lot about reindeer today.
Mm.
But so we're not eating. This isn't Rudolph. We're okay. Carl and I are still on the nice list. No, we're on the naughty list. That's where all the cool people are. I like to, apparently Hawaii is getting a blizzard today as well. Wow. Have they ever had snow in Hawaii? I've been to Hawaii. It's hot. And that was May. I have to check that. Either that or she's pulling my leg. I was going to say that too, said Nell. Wow, really? Okay, so you're not just pulling my leg there, seeing if because I'm kind of gullible, you see.
No, but you have these weird exceptions. It's been snowing in the Sahara that I don't know if it has been doing it now, but it has happened before.
I was in Las Vegas when it snowed.
Mm.
That was 25 years ago. 20.
I was in Naples during the Beast from the East, the cold weather system that came in from Russia. And it wasn't a big deal. It was like just below 0 degrees. But the locals were going completely nuts, and they were wearing these padded jackets, and taxi drivers wouldn't leave their taxi for anything.
Really?
So they're just sitting in there with their heaters running, and and it's like -1 degree.
Oh, that's not nothing. I mean, I've seen Texas when they get snow, but that actually is thinking a yearly occurrence now. San Antonio, they have this little dusting of snow anyway, and they closed everything, including the airports, etc. And people were crashing on the road like mad, but not because of the snow. It's because they oversanded it. But I think they got some proper snow not too many years ago, and they had to bring in bulldozers from, not bulldozers, snowplows from out of the area to deal with it. Hawaii snows at a higher altitude. Oh, I didn't think about that. Of course, they have mountains. Now, how is the Kona coffee? What is going to happen if the Kona, Hawaii has really good coffee?
Oh.
I'm all about the coffee for me. This one I like. I have to read this one. Torben says, if I remember correctly, Omicron is me and Carl's code name for Domus Caféen in Sogndal. There's a story there.
Yes, I told you this story yesterday, I think.
But tell them.
Well,
you talk, I eat. This is good.
I guess everybody has been in a situation where you are talking with some people and you want to continue talking with just a small subset of the people you are talking to. Then it helps to have code names so that you can go to a place where the people you don't want to talk to don't know where you are.
So you said you're going to Omicron? No, I know.
You should have tried to sneak it into a sentence somehow.
No, you told me that. Okay. So, Carl, obviously these are all traditional Norwegian because the recipes are written in Norwegian. So there you go. Juleribbe, this one I've had, but it's served, oh, those are apples. I was wondering what that is. It's red apples on the side. Have you had, you have ribbe like this? This is how I've had it.
I don't know what you have there. Juleribbe in Norwegian might mean, well, this is the pig rib version.
Yep, this is another version on the front, but this one is...
Yes, it's traditional Norwegian food, but it's not what my family would refer to as ribbe.
I haven't had it this way in slices before, only in like squares, like that. But that meat, the fat on the top, you pretty much blowtorch it to get it like that. you have to do the... To make it bubble up anyway. It is so good. It's called crackling. That's it. The English word is crackling, but it is so good. But you don't have that in your family for Christmas?
Not for Christmas Eve. That's what we call ribbe, which the rest of Norway calls pinnekjøtt. Which is actual ribs, but of a sheep, not a pig.
Okay, Asia-inspired ribba steak, so I'm pretty sure that's not Norwegian.
It can be Norwegian if the inspiration from Asia isn't that strong, but I'm guessing it's pretty strong.
By the way, here is the recipe. If you want to zoom in and freeze it later for Christmas ribba in Norwegian. I'm not reading all of that. I have tried to make ribba before. It is really hard to get the bacon, or the crust to do that. Krydret rødkål. What is it? Red cabbage? Yeah. That one I've seen with ribba served at Christmas. Do you have that too?
Yeah, it's a side dish. It's
Krydret rødkål.
if you eat this as a main dish, I really feel sorry for you, but
I see you've got another comment in there. Oh yeah, Charlotte says it's the same where Torben is, masks at work, etc. We've now using masks at the diner and in the gift shop again. Torben says the codfish is swimming, but the salmon is free. Translated, we are playing RPG and the annoying person does not know about it. Not playing game. Yep, that's about how he told it too. I noticed he was trying to be a little bit more PC. Oh yeah, so then there's this one at the bottom. You have red coal, but you also have sour coal. Which is sour cabbage. That one is also served. Surkål. Then there's the ribbe steak recipe, Asia-inspired. That's probably not Norwegian. Okay, medisterpølser med grov potetmos. Okay, this one I've had. Medisterpølser is what kind of it's sausages made. What is medisterpølse? What kind of sausages are those?
it's
They're really, really good.
medisterdeig is kind of rough chutdeig in English, meat patty.
Hamburger patty, but it's
Patty, but it's rough. It has bigger pieces than you usually find in sausages.
yeah. But they so it's got the skin around it anyway, but it just kind of puffs up outside. It's made from pig, yeah, right, Torben. Yeah, because I've seen that you can just buy the fill, just the medister, and you can make like meat cakes out of them as well. Meat patties. That's probably in here actually. Yeah, here they are. Medisterkaker. So that's another way to make the same thing. That one we have in Oslo. Oh, the recipe, by the way, if you want to go back and freeze frame. Oh, here we go. Oh, there's also pølser og medistersnadder, which is more of the same thing. Torskefilet. There's Carl's family, right? Maybe the cod.
No.
No.
We are the people who eat fish for Christmas are generally the people that consider fish to be exotic. So people inland or people with no fishing background.
No.
For people where I'm from,
With massive fishing
fish
background.
would be everyday food. I might have told this before. My father has a friend from the east of Norway who owns this big farm with a lot of, and he also owns the forest around it. So he has hunting licenses for moose. And we are from the western coast of Norway. So for us, lobster is basically free, but moose is extremely exotic. And for him, it's completely the other way around.
Yeah.
So we just exchange freezer for freezer. Here you have a freezer full of lobster. Can we please have a freezer full of moose? And everybody is very happy with this arrangement.
Oh, Torben has it. It says Easter means animal fat. That makes sense because it's just like this big. It almost looks like pureed meat. Oops, I should make computers making noise. Stewardess Dion says the vegan version is vegisterkake. I like that one. Vegisterkake, vegisterkake. I like that. Okay, now, I'm sorry. Lutefisk with brown cheese. I didn't know you could do lutefisk with brown cheese. That's what those curls
I
are.
do believe that's very Norwegian. I don't think any other people have decided to mix their fish with caustic soda just to see what happens.
No, we have lutefisk in Minnesota.
Yes, but you have it because you are trying to be Norwegian.
Yeah, that's what I've
You
heard.
sad
Everybody
little
says.
wannabes.
Everybody. Oh, oh my God! You're welcome. You sad little wannabes. You know, my friend in Sweden said the same thing. Though I said, "Oh God, a lutefisk is just disgusting. I don't know how you can eat it. It's just And he says, "Oh no, but that's because you guys don't know how to make it right." Like, he's probably right, actually. But let's see, what else was there? Oh, peanut shirt. This is a Christmas one. Peanut shirt is like lamb rib. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or well, big lambs.
This is the peanut shirt. Big one there. Those are really good. We tried haggis in Edinburgh, and they also had the vegetarian version veggies. Veggies. I kind of like that name. Vegisterkake. Okay, then we have, let's see, I'm pretty sure the white pizza with peanut shirt is not very Christmassy. What the heck is that?
I don't know.
And then pasta carbonara with spekeskinka, which is what we had last week. The spekeskinka, the dried meat, smoked meat.
Doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't. And then there's the Christmas ham. I guess we could show that. That kind of looks interesting. Way too much green on that plate. The classic brunch with fristende smørrebrød with tempting. Oh, this we've had. My kid's great grandmother, or my grandmother-in-law, she would always serve what's called a cold board.
Yeah.
Cold smorgasbord or whatever. And you would just make a bunch of these little sandwiches and have them all sitting around.
Yeah. The
Like
big
that
rib,
one.
the thing I call ribs here.
The salmon.
You always make too much of it, and it's a very good spread on bread afterwards. So
Oh, yeah.
You eat it for dinner once, and then you just put it on the breakfast table every day for the rest of the day.
So you're saying this ribbe wrap is Norwegian? There was also something that smelled like leftover ribbe.
Ribba.
Ribbe wrap. I've never seen a ribbe wrap before, but all I could think,
what it is. So
it's a ribbe wrap. It's definitely, it smells like leftover ribbe.
It's something that might have been eaten.
Steer to see us says brown cheese on fish. Is that this is there? Yeah, brown cheese on fish. Charlotte, is it your recipe? I've never heard of brown cheese on fish either, but I kind of. And there's Charlotte. Brown cheese is life. I have to agree with you. It's really good. Oh, this one has brie and apples or pear slices on it. Oh, this looks good. Oh, look, there's no, that's not banana. It's more of the Medisterkake. Chili mayonnaise, cream cheese, side stuff. Carbonata smørrebrød med speilegg. Okay, this is a very festive looking one, but we've had this in Norway too. I've seen that in cafes and stuff, but it doesn't usually look that peppered with green stuff. Or a lot of lettuce and things, but yeah, it's carbonata dag. What's carbonata? What do you say carbonata in English? This is a meat patty.
Now you're getting very close to your hamburger patty.
It's really close to hamburger, but it's not. It's something a little different. But I can't tell the difference between carbonata dag and hamburger in the freezer section, or in the refrigerator section, because ground carbonata and ground hamburger look the same.
I think I would have to be lucky to tell them apart by taste if there is a big difference.
Turkey. That's really good. That's more like what my family eats, but technically we'll probably do a turkey at Thanksgiving and a ham on Christmas. Unless you're my grandpa, then there's more turkey. Unless you're my grandpa, then he makes all of it. He makes roast beef, ham, and a turkey. And then you have leftovers for a year. Green Christmas salad with turkey leftovers. Okay, so we're getting rid of the turkey. So every Thanksgiving we have turkey in the United States, and then we would have turkey soup, turkey sandwiches, and everything left after that. Innebakt Nutty Steak med frisk julesalat. Innebakt, what is that? Well, it's baked in. There's meat in there. But what's Nutty Steak?
No, I think that's a vegetarian dish.
Is it?
It means not.
What does Nutty Steak mean? Because I see steak.
Yeah, this is vegetarian. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, you read it.
Nut steak is a popular vegetarian alternative to the Christmas dinner.
For those who don't want to eat Rudolph? And Dancer and Prancer and
It
Vixen. Comet
contains
Cupid.
sweet potato,
Donner,
chili,
Blitzen.
garlic, oil, salt, pepper, red onion, red cabbage, cinnamon, coriander, rosemary,
Rosemary. Yeah.
dried apricots, walnuts, champignon,
Mushrooms.
mushrooms, and Balcosta eddic, Balcosta vinegar, and some herbs for decoration. I think my niece eats this for Christmas. She's
Yeah?
vegetarian.
Well, there we go. Something for the vegetarians. You'll have to zoom in. It looks kind of cool.
Well, it doesn't taste horrible. It's just whenever something hasn't died for my dinner, I'm always just a little bit disappointed. It lacks something. It doesn't have a soul.
Doesn't have a soul. Well, there's more vegetarian. This is the same slices of bread anyway, open face sandwiches, but this was vegetarian version. That one looks kind of cool. It's a bit nutty, said Charlotte. Like that. I see what you did there. Lindsay says, use chicken sour cream enchilada recipe, but use leftover turkey instead of chicken. It's delicious. Oh, that's a good idea. Torben says, Karin eats Nutty Steak for Christmas every year. Okay, so this is apparently a Norwegian thing too. Because Karin's Norwegian.
I think it's a vegetarian thing. I didn't.
Are you saying the Vikings wouldn't have eaten that?
I was saying that the Vikings would probably eat the people who ate that.
All pets love cheese. I like that. Oh, yeah. I love giving brown cheese to the dog. It sticks to the roof of her mouth, and she has to work for ages to get it away. Guess who said that? Torben. And then Garcia writes, all pets love cheese. Mine, I always do that with peanut butter. I had basset hounds growing up. Charlotte says, let's go to Hallingdal, everybody. I like it. It's nuts. It's a bit nutty. It's nuts. It's nutty. Are you saying Karin is a nutty person? I just want to know. No.
I think she would classify.
She would classify? Okay then. Peppercocker with brie on it. I've not seen that before. Those ginger snap cookies. That'd actually be pretty good though.
I don't know why you're putting brie on it though.
It's oost anyway. It's not brie, but it's a brie-like oost, if anything. What does it say? No, blå castello and vit castello. Blue and white castello cheese.
Sounds like it's worth an attempt, but I don't get excited when nothing dies.
I don't know about the moldy cheese. The blue ones. Oh, then we're on the chocolate chokoladetrukket rullekake. What is that? Chocolate soaked roll cake, which is basically you take like a big long flat cake and you roll it up with some, and so you have, like a log roll, I think they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that like a thing for you?
Rullekaker are very popular in Norway. I've never heard about coating them in chocolate before, but obviously, if something can be coated in chocolate, you should coat it in chocolate. It's a good idea.
Dried clementine slices. That is something I've seen in Oslo. The dried clementines. We also do another thing too. You'll take the clementines and, is it clementines or oranges actually? I think it's oranges. And you decorate it with cloves and like these little patterns. You just kind of like stick a row of cloves here and there, and then you hang up and they smell so good. And then they get super moldy and fall off the string and you have to pick it up. Panna cotta with raspberry sauce. Those look kind of cute. I'm not seeing anything like that though. And then we're getting more here. Clementine Dessert. Have you seen anything like that before?
No, I can't say that I have.
Okay, clementines are huge in Norway for Christmas time. We go through kilos and kilos and kilos of them.
From about December up until April, people eat them.
Yeah.
Basically,
And
it
the
might be a
peels are
little
all over
bit
the
of an
table.
exaggeration, but almost every house has a bowl of clementines on the table in the living room.
When you have julebukk, what is julebukk? There's clementines are often given out for that.
Yes, but that's kind of cheap. You should give them candy because that's what I want.
But everybody had clementines in the house, so if you weren't expecting julebukk because it's a dying tradition,
Yeah,
You have to give him a Clementine.
This is true.
So what is julebok? Explain, Norwegian boy.
It's kind of like trick-or-treating for Halloween, except that they are not generally threatening to toilet paper your house or flip your car over. They just show up in costumes and expect some kind of candy.
And their costumes are what? Norwegian sweaters and rosy cheeks and freckles?
No,
And braids?
their costumes can be whatever. This is kind of some places they used to do this all of the week between between Christmas and New Year. Where I grew up, this was only done on New Year's Eve. So nyttårsbok, not julebok. Now I'm guessing it's mostly moved to Halloween, where you already have similar traditions. But it is kind of based on a Norwegian idea that between Christmas Eve and the 13th day of Christmas, Christmas is in your house. But if you have a guest that comes and is not given food, then he will take the Christmas with him when he leaves.
Yeah.
So you basically have to feed everybody who comes on your door, and this julebok tradition is kind of playing up to that.
So next time I'm really hungry at Christmas time, I can just...
Yeah, but you can. This is Norway. You can do that at any time.
Yeah, that's true.
As long as you don't do it in certain parts of Oslo.
Yeah.
Most people will probably just feed you and send you on your way.
Yeah. By the way, I kind of agree with this one. Challenge for the blue wolf. Peppercocker with old cheese. Gammeloost. We do have gammeloost from last week, and we do peppercockers cheap
Oh,
this
no,
time.
this is
Next week.
This is a very easy challenge, Torben. You have to step up your game.
And we have one more day with food, so I think I'd prefer not to do lutefisk. We did. Oh no, actually, we kind of did have an idea for next week. Runa is the thing is, I don't mind buying the lutefisk, but then somebody's got to eat it when we're done, and because it's kind of expensive and it's stupid to buy it and just throw it. Take one bite and go, yep, nope, I'm pretty sure I don't like this crap. But anyway, and then somebody has to know how to make it so it's done correctly. But we thought of something else, and I have to run into the office real quick too. Christmas beer.
Yes.
You and Rune are going to do some Christmas beer next week, so hopefully he won't be too schnockered. But the idea is you can share a beer so that you don't... So Rune will be sitting there sipping his thick beer, and he'll be pretty fine, and you will be half on the floor after half a beer.
It's not quite that bad. And it depends.
Yeah? What's your Christmas beer thought, though, by the way?
Hmm?
Christmas beer, how many are we going to try? What are you going to do? What do you think?
I don't know how many we can get.
But what is Christmas beer? Explain what the whole Christmas beer concept is while I get something from the office real quick.
Well, I don't know if this is particular to Norway or Nordic countries or if they do it everywhere, but it's kind of a good idea for a brewing company to make a special edition Christmas beer. The traditions goes far back, probably back to the Viking Age, but then connected to the midwinter blood, not to Christmas. But both Christmas and before that the midwinter blood is a feast in the true sense of the word.
Yeah.
The entire idea is that the gods or God can't really enjoy things like alcohol and good food, but we sure as hell can. So to honor the gods or God, we eat and drink enthusiastically. That's the idea. That's the idea behind the feast. So instead of a direct sacrifice to a god, you are basically honoring the god by enjoying the sacrifice yourself. And at least in the Viking Age, brewing before Christmas, so that you have beer for the midwinter blood or Christmas, depending on which side of the religious divide you are on. And if you are in the period when both of these things exists, just have the beer and everything will be okay. It doesn't matter if you have to celebrate the guy with the carpenter or the other guy with the hammer. Breaking open new vats of alcohol around Christmas time is a tradition that probably goes like at least 2000, maybe further, 2000 years, maybe further back. So obviously, seeing an opportunity for profit, all the Norwegian brewing companies make their own Christmas beer that is basically a limited edition that is available only during Christmas. Generally, it's a darker and more tasty version of the ordinary beer.
Oh, I would love to have Christmas beer, but I found out I'm allergic a couple of years ago, and it's not pretty. So...
Oh, fucking duck.
Torben, you're gonna love this one.
Oh.
Okay, so Norway really celebrates the Christmas calendar thing. So you get like this calendar, and every little day you open a new thing. Last year, our boss took my CDs, and we had to open a new one every year. But she's in Spain this year, and well, naturally we have to do this. So my friend from Vestby, he's originally from Australia, was selling Jingle Balls calendar. So I got this from Karl. This is from Chili Klaus, if you know who Chili Klaus is. But anyway, there's a warning label on it. If you find the skull, please call a grown-up. Behind this door, you'll find a serious treat. A snack so hot it can break any scale. Anyway, but Jingle Balls, oh, the fire is so delightful. Some days will bring intense heat, while others will give nothing but a gentle burn. So you started out, we had to open 2 days ahead of time. Actually, we missed number 3, so...
Yeah. I'm sharing this one with Alex.
My kid, because she wanted the
daughter.
spice. So the first one you had was chili balls, licorice with chili and chocolate coating, which gave you a wind force of 6. Wind force 6 is strong breeze. Often a lot of flavor, but the chili starts to kick a bit. How did you feel about that one?
No, that one was tolerable. The
Yeah?
next one, on the other hand, not so much.
Okay, so number 2. Chili drops orange with a wind force of 9. Wind force 9 is a strong wind. Now you really feel the flavor just before a freight train delivers the capsaicin straight to your ears.
That was pretty bad. Alex didn't seem to have any problems with it.
No, she
but
did fine,
it
and so did Jeffrey.
It basically broke me.
He ran for the iced coffee. So now that you're out of iced coffee today, at least not here anyway, so I guess I'll be getting home soon, it's the 4th, so you have to have 2 days, Karl. Number 3, we'll put the other one back in the bag for Alex. There you go. Chili balls. Jingle balls. So I'm going to be burning Karl every week. Chili balls, licorice with chili and chocolate coating, wind force 9. This sounds a lot like with the wind force... Oh, the other one you had was wind force 6. Okay. So let's remind you of the freight train. We'll put the other one in the bag here for Alex. All right, you're going down. Let's see what happens to you. Is there a freight train? Let's remind us. Wind force 9. Now you really feel the flavor just before a freight train delivers the capsaicin straight to your ears. This is worth overtime. We've still got a couple minutes left though. So Torben, do I win for making Karl do? So, Karl, do you think they had chili balls in the Viking Age? Can you speak? Don't worry, we... you should... I have some milk in the refrigerator. How are you doing over there?
Alex can have the rest of
Alex can have the rest. He looks like John Blund on speed. We haven't even gotten to the... I don't think we're going to make it. This goes to 31, this calendar. And that's a really big one. Apparently you can... Okay, now this is like a complete promo for this guy, but apparently you can crank up the heat and follow this spicy journey on YouTube. I think it's called Chili Klaus with a K, .com. Because I'm thinking, are they like... photographing everyone else for this? Does this mean you don't want the 4th? He's hanging out by the fire extinguisher.
Oh. Oh, it's so much worse.
Okay, and oops, this way.
It's so much worse than the last one.
Well, it said wind force 9 and the other one was wind force 6.
No, but it's so much worse than that.
Oh, number 2? Well, you are. Jesus Are you gonna be okay? Your nose is running like mad. Maybe you shouldn't have number 4.
No, it's just water. I threw water in my face.
Do you want me to get you some? You threw water in your face.
Yes.
I don't know if you can have number 4. Do we think we should? We might not. I don't think we can make him eat number 4. Torben, you owe me for this one. Torben says the only time I've seen him like this was when he tried 96. Or was in it was when you tried 96. Do you know what that means? I don't think he's talking to me anymore. So we have our 1-year anniversary tomorrow, Karl and I. I don't think we're gonna make it. I can catch up. I'm not a nice person. Meanwhile, I can't eat the chili stuff. I will die.
I'm not touching more of that.
You're not touching anymore. Well, we'll see how tough my 96%. How are we feeling right now, Karl?
Not good.
It's okay. I'm whoring you for my YouTube. Homemade booze. Oh. No? You look you like that? Okay. So number 4. I'm not gonna make you eat it. We'll save it.
Eat it yourself. You
I am not
insane
touching
woman.
it. No, I do not do chili. I think peppercorns are too spicy. Oh, chili drops with strawberry and rhubarb. Oh, there's 3 in this one.
Yeah. No.
It's a Wind Force 12.
Yeah, that's.
I think we'll wait on that one then
You
because
might hit Alex limits too with that.
number 12 was Hurricane, only for connoisseurs. But the flavor is fantastic, but the rent is due. Barbed wire in your mouth. We should have done like an Instagram story if I had more time and just done like the 12 pains of Karl. Or 31. Actually, I think this is 24 plus 31. Yeah, it is. There's a New Year's Eve present in here. My guess is it's probably a chili bottle. Anyway, so does anybody else want to go to this guy's YouTube and see how everyone else is surviving? I'm not going to make him eat number 4. I'll probably kill him. He's dying right though. So, Karl, are we still going to be together tomorrow? Are we hitting the 1-year anniversary, or are you ditching me after this?
I'm not eating more of your balls, woman.
Jingle balls, jingle balls. Best Christmas calendar ever. I don't actually, this is my Christmas calendar in a way because my Christmas calendar is one. Would you like an iced coffee? We should probably go and get him an iced coffee now.
Probably do that.
Somebody tell Tim this was totally worth the money spent. Let's see. Garcia says, oh wait, there's more up here. I missed a bit. Congratulations are in order. Yeah, because we're hitting the 1-year relationship of the pandemic. So thank you. You can give them to the Eula books. Here you go. Go sing somewhere else, you little bastard. Garcia, that's a really good plan. I like that. And then I'm dying, Charlotte. Well, Karl, you've got a lot of happy emojis here. Oh, mulled wine. That would be a good one. I don't know if I can do wine. I think wine and beer, for some reason, I became allergic to about 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago.
Oh, you're picky.
I don't eat red. Hey!
I'm allergic to beer. I don't eat red
No,
things.
actually, it turns out I can have this much beer and I will have a migraine from hell the next day. So I can't do it. Euchre Cookbook. It is the Euchre Cookbook! Free at Euchre if you're here, though. Anyway, this was kind of good. I just grabbed it because it said Norwegian. Oh, yeah, one more things. Risboller, which is like puffed rice. This one I've actually seen. And covered in chocolate. I have not seen... Oh, juletrekak. Yeah, so it's a Christmas cake, which is like a cookie, actually. And then they covered it with strawberries. That's kind of cool. I'm going really quick now because we're out of time, and poor Karl's over there trying to catch his breath. I think it was... Krumkake! This is extremely Norwegian.
Do you have to talk about every Norwegian cookie, woman?
Yes, I have to, because I am totally off the Viking and my Nalbinding. I didn't do any, so I kind of have to do something to make it look like I know what I'm talking about. Kokus kokosmakaroner, coconut macaroons, macaroon.
Yeah.
Brune pinner, these are almost like pepperkakor.
That's an alternative use for coconuts.
Sandenötter, these ones I've had here too. This is a pretty good one actually for cookies. Serenakakor, that one. I think every grandmother has these two in their house all year. In Norway. Financier, is that what that's called? It looks like financier anyway, but these I recognize, but I just don't. That.
What?
How do you say? Is it financier? Is that right?
Never heard of them.
Financier. Anyway, but they're like butter cookies. I've seen these, I just never heard of that. Dawn says krumkake and julekake, not true spelling. Krumkake and julekake. Yeah, no, that's right. It is... I just lost it. There's the krumkaker. It's krumkake, or krumkaker is plural. That's the only difference. So you spelt it right. And julekake is the same, just add Jule for Jula.
And that was 9?
That was Wind Force 12. No, 9. The next one is 12. That was a 9. That was like you had the last one.
Yeah, it's so much worse than the last one.
I don't think you're going to make it to the end of that calendar. Marzipan, of course, is huge. There's marzipan covered in chocolate.
And again, it's Dutch, but it's probably made with Norwegian milk.
It's probably, well, if it's got Norwegian milk in it, then it's Norwegian. Havreflarn, this is really good. Wheat cookies. Oatmeal cookies, I think, actually.
Somebody in the chat is probably going to point out that there is no milk in marzipan, but...
No, it's just almonds. And, of course, the pepperkakor that are decorated. So there you go. You can go to Joker, or you can go to joker.no, and you can see the free recipes they're giving out so that you can have your book. And thanks to this one, grabbing this about 5 minutes before coming on YouTube, I had something to talk about. Okay, we're on overtime. That poor guy is gonna die over there. Stupid. Oh, I gotta read that. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me an ulcer in a pear tree, is what he's trying to say. He's got an auto cucumber. I like that. All right, Carl. Any last words?
I'm not eating more of your candy, woman.
It's my Christmas calendar to myself. The 24 days of watching Carl die.
No, you know my limits. It's time to torture Alex, I think.
Okay, next time maybe maybe in 2 weeks we'll have the 12-year-old because she's not here next weekend. Some places in Norway they only say kak. Is that right? K-A-K. Julekak.
Yeah, trøndere.
Trøndere, yeah. Okay, we're gonna leave to get him some iced coffee. Next week we have Christmas beer. And Runa should be here for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I saw Heidi was on there too, by the way.
This, I think.
I'm gonna have to go and take care of him now. Bye. See you Saturday.